Good morning, vegan savages. If you're new here, I share my exciting, weird, funny, healthy, non-judgmental vegan lifestyle on a daily basis, meaning I do daily vlogs besides Monday, where I do an Ask Me Mondays, unless the Monday, or well, the Sunday, because the video that is coming out is always the next day, is exciting, which happened the last 2 weeks. So the last 2 weeks I didn't do an Ask Me Mondays, I did Ask Me Mondays vlogs. But so every day a vlog, unless Monday, I just explained that. And today I wanted to start my vlog and I was like, wait a minute, today is Sunday, so tomorrow is Monday. And then I actually did a poll on the community tab. If you don't know, here on YouTube you have the community tab. And I think you also see it in your feed. But if you click on my channel on the community tab, there you can just, it's like, I don't know how to, it's like the Twitter for YouTube, where you can just write something, post a picture or do polls. And I did a poll, should I do today an Ask Me Mondays or a vlog? And I waited like 2 hours and 109 people voted, and it was like 60% Ask Me Mondays and 40% vlog. So staying true to my roots and doing completely Ask Me Mondays, because today on this Sunday there's not much going on. It's today I will go to Scorpionmind soon because we're planning Bali, because precisely today in a week we're flying to Bali, and yeah, we want to make some cooperations where we can stay, some cool mansions where we have our own pool and area and stuff. But anyway, I make every single day exciting with my vlogs, so I could do that easily as well today, but my Ask Me Mondays question just piling up. So today an Ask Me Mondays, and here under in the comments down below you can just ask me whatever you want to know, and in a future Ask Me Mondays or in a vlog where I build it in, I answer that. So shall we dive right into your questions? Whew, yeah, let's do it. And it's today I decided to do an Ask Me Mondays because it takes way less time to edit and stuff, and I love daily vlogs so much, but it's a blessing and a curse. The curse is, not a curse, but the downside is that it occupies so much time that just my to-do list accumulated. So I'm glad I have today more time to get shit done, yeah. And yesterday when Benny was here in the vlog, you saw that yesterday I showed him my apartment because he will live here soon. Why? You gotta watch the vlog up here. But I was showing him my kitchen, I was like, yo, my kitchen got kind of dirty. Because I don't find time to clean it. You know, it's neat, but it's not that clean because I'm hustling, I'm doing this, I'm that, I'm vlogging, and then it just gets a bit dirty. So I noticed that yesterday. But anyway, before I give this apartment to Benny for real, I will do just the entire night cleaning up this place. Am I doing it again? Am I oversharing? I think so. So let's dive into your question. Scorpionmind just sent me a message. If we could meet an hour later because she is in the gym. Let me quickly answer her so she can go to the gym. Yes. Okay. Am I oversharing? Yes. So let's go into your question. Ask Me Mondays podcast. Once in a while would be great, but never leave YouTube behind. Keep growing. And Ask Me Mondays podcast. Yeah. Let's talk about my podcast, because if you don't know, I also have a German and an English podcast, VEGAINS podcast and VEGAINS.de podcast. And lately I didn't find a consistency on this platform, which is something I don't like, because podcast is something I'm so passionate about, and I wanna find a consistency for podcast in the future. But I will figure that out. But it doesn't matter because Instagram and YouTube, we're just growing, you know, and then we have more people on my podcast, so we're just expanding our family. But I would love to find a consistency for my podcast to just interview more people like I've done in the past. And I have already a couple interviews planned. So whenever I find the opportunity to hang around with just influential, like-minded, cool people, then we just do a podcast. And when I'm in LA in March, I have already lots of people on my list which I want to get on my podcast, and a couple already said yes, and we scheduled an appointment, so stay tuned for that. And in Bali I also have a couple of people I want to get on my podcast, so stay tuned for that. So there's exciting stuff coming, but not a consistency yet, because I thought about, should I do just more episodes me talking, maybe some like a rambling podcast or Ask Me Mondays podcast where I just talk for an hour. But I don't want to come to this point where I overshare, where I put too much output and then don't have enough input. So this balance is out of balance of input and output, because I never want to come to this point where I share all I know. And that's why I prefer podcast guests. So I have a conversation, so I learn something while I do the podcast, and you can learn from both of us. But I will see, for sure, more guests, but not a consistency like every Monday, Wednesday and Friday I have a podcast guest. I cannot provide you a consistency like that right now, but we will see how I can manage that in the future. But for now, it's just when I find some cool people or when I want to share something, then I do a podcast. So this platform is always there for you and I stay true to it, but I don't have a consistency right now. Maybe in the future I have like an intern who is also scheduling lots of just interviews, because that's also a pain in the ass, because people are so busy and this and that, and until it comes to the interview. I had like one person, I don't want to mention his name, but we wrote back and forth forever and we scheduled an appointment, and then he didn't come online on Skype, and then another one and he didn't come, and then a third one and he didn't come, and then I was like, sorry, I don't want to interview you anymore. You're so unreliable and you just wasted my time 3 times. I was waiting each time for half an hour prepared each time. Whew, I just prefer a podcast in real life. But Skype, it's just a great opportunity that you can actually do it. And this was just this one incident. Most of the other people were pretty reliable. What am I rambling about? That I don't have a consistency for podcasts. I think I made my point, but in the future I want to change it because I'm so passionate about podcasts, and it's just, give me suggestions down below. And if you have people I should get on my podcast, then let me know. There's so many cool people with whom we would have great conversations, but I just don't know them yet. And you probably know them and you think like, whoa, that would be a great dynamic. So down below, and I might consider asking them for a podcast, and we shall do that. Questions. How do you train Kiwi? If you don't know, Kiwi is my ex-dog. Can we call Kiwi my ex-dog? Scorpionmind, or Tanya is her real name. She was my girlfriend, and her dog is Kiwi, and we lived together here in this apartment for like almost a year. And Scorpionmind moved out because we broke up, and she took Kiwi with her because Kiwi is her dog. I mean, Kiwi is a free dog, but she's her main owner. And but we got Kiwi together when she was a puppy, only 3 months old. And how did we train her? It was mostly Scorpionmind, so I take no credits for that. Kiwi is such a well-trained dog. She can do so many tricks. She hears really well. Like, she would never touch her food if we wouldn't say frei, which is the signal. She mostly, when we're outside, she can run without a leash. We don't dare in the streets because cars, just a split second and it could be horrible. So just in the park and stuff, but then she listens well. Anyway, take this question and ask it Scorpionmind, because she just taught her. But in short, how you do it, you just have to spend a lot of time with your dog. It's repetition, 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 repetition. And if you don't have the time, then maybe don't get a dog. Like I, right now, don't make the time for a dog, so it's not wise for me to have a dog, because I wouldn't give this dog a life that I think a dog deserves. And just having a dog needs so much time. So if you have a lot of time, then that is great, and consider getting a dog. And if you don't have it, then don't get a dog, because I see so many dogs out there. They're just bored. People just don't spend time with the dog. They get obese and they're stuck inside all day. Dogs need both physically and mentally exercise each day. And the amount of time Scorpionmind has just taught Kiwi something, that is a lot. It is repetition, repetition. Kiwi makes this baby connection, and then more and more and more. And that's accumulates over time, and then that's how she knows all the tricks, all the signals, and that's what dogs need. They want to be active, they want to learn, they want to have this bond between the owner and themselves, and then they have the ultimate freedom, because then they can run without a leash, because they come back. So if a dog isn't trained, that isn't a happy dog, because then it's always on the leash and the dog is always confused. So well-trained dog is, I think, a happier dog, but it takes a lot of time. But if you want a detailed video for that, I'm sure Scorpionmind can provide that, because she takes all the credits. And if I would talk about it, that makes me a hypocrite, because I haven't taught Kiwi really that much. It's just like Scorpionmind taught her, and then I performed the tricks with her, but I didn't taught her that. So where did you get Kiwi? All Kiwi questions are Scorpionmind. How fast does your hair grow? Normal. Where exactly is Scorpionmind from? I think she made a video about that she speaks 5 languages, but she is from... She grew up until she was 2 years old in the Netherlands, and then she lived until she was 18 or so before she moved here to Berlin in Luxembourg. So that is her home, and where her entire family still lives. Are you zero waste? Are you trying to be? If not, why? I am not, and I'm not trying to be, because zero waste, it's like zero waste. I don't like that word, because zero waste, what is that? That is like zero. That is like thriving for perfection. That is so unachievable. You will always produce a bit of waste, and that's not a big issue. It's all about reduce, reuse, recycle, be more aware, live more consciously, but not this all or nothing. Or my quality of life decreases drastically because I'm zero waste now, so I cannot even produce the slightest amount of waste, and that is something I don't thrive for, because your life quality will suffer a lot. And just producing less waste, just be more conscious and aware, that is what makes the most of difference. It's like the 80-20 rule, and if most people would do that, that would make the biggest change. And most people would do like be more conscious and use less packaging, less plastic and stuff, than going zero waste. So it's this extreme I don't thrive for. I just do the best I can. Like I use my reusable bags whenever I can. Like when I was in Barcelona, I tried not to use a single plastic item, like straws or cups. I mean plastic bottles, plastic cups to go, and I achieved it. I just, instead of taking my coffee to go, I sat down and drank the coffee there in an actual mug. And next time I probably buy, or I do it here and take it with me, a mug I can always, they fill it up and I can take it to go and I just reuse it. So, and many companies, they get aware, like IKEA ditches all their single-use plastic items this year, 2019. Already here in Berlin, the straws are out of paper or something, or they don't even have straws, I'm not sure, or both. I mean, you can always take no straw, but anyway. So many companies moving into this direction, but this all or nothing, that's not my mentality. And yeah, I try to do the best I can, and but also my merch. It's just, you don't find a single print-on-demand company that offers zero waste shipping. I mean, what even is that? That is impossible. That you need an actual store. So do I either not sell merch and don't create this whole vegan savage movement, or do I do it but it's not perfect? But what is perfect, I do the best I can. And yeah, so I'm not zero waste, and I think zero waste is something that is basically impossible for humanity to work. It's all about being more conscious, using materials which we can reuse, working on our recycling, and yeah, not using so much plastic. And I think I do a pretty good job. That's all I'm saying, you know. What do you think about, what's your opinion of Elon Musk? Wait, let me adjust this angle. This camera is way too low and I'm like, now I can put my chest out like, what's my opinion on Elon Musk? I love him. I'm such a fanboy. Don't you watch my vlogs? Like mentioning him in every other vlog that, Elon, I love you. Your cars are so awesome. I'm a huge... This guy is just one of the greatest human beings who's walking the earth right now, in my opinion. One of the smartest, and who is just one person makes so much. What is... I just cannot wrap my brain around that. I listening to the YouTube channel. I mentioned this YouTube channel also a couple times. It's Now You Know. They do Tesla news, and they're always, you know, explaining everything he does each week. And I'm like, my mind is so boggled of how much he does. It's not Tesla. That's crazy how he catches up with all the other car manufacturers who have been in the games for hundreds of years more. And he just passes them. And he's just now the leading tech company of electric cars. Like, what the... And that is not all. Then he also has SpaceX. Then he has this Boring company. Then he has this Nero something company. So just... I love Elon. I don't think he's vegan yet. I wish he would be. I wish he would just investigate into diet just a bit, because smart guys like Elon, it's a no-brainer. They just... The best available balance of evidence says a whole food plant-based diet is the healthiest, so, and it can stop, reverses all the diseases. So but this guy is so busy that he probably doesn't investigate in diet even a bit, which he should, because he would be more active, longevity, healthier, more energy, and that is all what he needs to do the work he does, because he, unfortunately, is getting slowly but surely a bit older. So I love Elon, to make it short. I'm a huge fanboy. Elon, I cannot wait. My first car, for sure, will be a Tesla, no doubt. But I just like it that way, that I don't need a car right now, because what is better than a Tesla, what is better than an electric car is no car. It's just your bicycle. And if you don't need it, then why should I get it? It's all about that is, you know, that is this conscious, aware, minimalist mindset. If we all have that, that would make the change, and not this all or nothing. Oh, he uses a bit of plastic. Fuck this guy. No, he's not perfect. Yo. Ooh. What do you think of Neuralink and the future of AI? Neuralink is also a company from Elon Musk, but I haven't looked into that too much. It's like when you have some brain damage that can help you to recover from that, but I don't really look into that. So I don't know. And AI, I don't know what the future will bring in that. It's like, how do we use it? Do we use it in a positive or negative intention way? And that's how it will manifest. And I'm a really optimistic guy, and I see a bright green future where everyone feels compassion. What about his brother, Kimbal Musk, and his vertical urban farming business? I think I only watched one video from Elon Musk, his brother Kimbal Musk, of this urban farming business, which I think is great. He's far less successful, unfortunately, because urban farming is so important. It's just often stuff that grows just regionally, easily, just could be grown next door basically, but it's shipped from all over the world, which often just doesn't make sense. So urban farming, when it's just grown in your neighborhood so effectively, that makes so much sense. So oh yeah, that's the thing I cannot talk about. But anyway, in the future, I see that we have lots of urban farming in all cities, and just can eat a lot of stuff just from the urban farming skyscraper next door, where there's just one building that is basically just a skyscraper, and they're so effectively that they're basically providing the entire lettuce, just greens for the entire city. They were all great, and it's so efficient. So, and I stop here. I think all these questions came from one person. Wow, you just got an entire Ask Me Mondays. Oh no, the podcast question was from someone else, but almost. So I go now for my rest day run, and then I head to Scorpionmind, and then we blend Bali, and I see you tomorrow because I upload every single day. And then a week ahead of vlogs, and then just a month ahead of vlogs from Bali, because I do daily vlogs every single day unless the Sunday, like today, there's not much happening. I stay true to my format, the Ask Me Mondays. Actually, I thought about that because next Sunday I'm flying to Bali, and I stuck in the airplane for 14 hours, and I'm flying 7 hours into the future. So an entire day gets stolen from me. And I was like, I do daily vlogs. You cannot just steal my day. There is then one day without a vlog. So what I will do next Monday, I will just do 2 videos. I will do a vlog and an Ask Me Mondays on the same day. So then you get on the Sunday a vlog, and on the Mondays an Ask Me Mondays, and on the Tuesday the first Bali vlog of my Monday in Bali. So I figured it out, and on the way back I will see, but then I fly back in the past, so I get more time, but I'm still in the airplane all day. Anyway, we talk about that in time, but I keep it up every single day. Daily vlogs, it's like my religion, and I stay faithful. Dear Vegan Savage Gods, thanks for watching. New questions down below, and let me know. Do you prefer Ask Me Mondays vlogs, just a vlog where I build a couple of Ask Me Monday questions in, or just this raw where I sit down kind of like a podcast and just talk about your questions without cuts, like this real Ask Me Mondays? What do you prefer? I mean, you get vlogs every single day, unless they're Mondays, or you just want vlogs every single day and just an Ask Me Mondays vlog. I don't know, I just think I will do it like that. When the day is not that exciting, I do a Ask Me Mondays, and if it is exciting, I do a vlog and build a couple of questions in. I think I repeat myself forever, so I stop now. Thank you so much for watching. I do love you. If you haven't, consider subscribing. Just tickle that subscribe button, thumbs up, and I see you here tomorrow because I upload every single day. Peace. And I ordered something. You will see that in a future vlog really soon. That's exciting. Peace out.